Hey y'all, it's Kara here, and I thought it was about time that I filmed a little update on what's been going on since I had to get off trail due to my foot issues. So, in my last video, I talked about how I went to urgent care in Franklin, and I was told there that I had plantar fasciitis and a small stress fracture in my left foot. I came home. Mark, my husband, actually drove 11 hours to come pick me up, and then drove the 11 hours back. I think I drove for like 2 hours just so that he could take a nap. But he was so sweet. He just wanted to make sure that I was okay. He came and got me. And we got home. Leaving the trail was probably one of the hardest things I've done. I cried a lot of that trip home. I really did not want to leave the trail at all. And it was hard, like, because we drove from Franklin back up to New Jersey, and a lot of that drive was like kind of paralleling the AT and all the miles I should have been hiking. Plus the Blue Ridge Parkway and Shenandoah Valley and everything else. And I lost it a few times. I was so upset. Especially with the diagnosis I had been given. I was like, they say 4 to 6 weeks, but it could be so much longer depending on how severe everything is. So as soon as we got home, the very first thing I did is I made an appointment with my primary care physician here on base. And I would have made an appointment directly with a podiatrist, but if you've been in the military or you know anyone in the military, you pretty much have to get a referral for anything. So I had to go see my primary care manager first and then go to a podiatrist. So I went to her. She pretty much came to the same conclusion. She said it's probably plantar fasciitis. And she sent me for x-rays to see about the stress fracture and everything else, even though I had gotten x-rays done in Franklin as well. So I got my referral and I was able to go to the podiatrist. And my podiatrist, bless his heart, said, you don't have plantar fasciitis and you don't have a stress fracture. And I'm like, okay, so what is going on? Because every single step is so painful. Like, I was crying sometimes. It was so painful. And he said, you do have, I'm going to try to pronounce this correctly, posterior tibial tendinitis. Posterior tibial tendinitis, which is no walk in the park, but it's not as bad as plantar fasciitis. He also said, based on the x-rays, he did not see a stress fracture, rather a stress reaction, which I don't really 100% understand the difference. All I know is the stress reaction is not as bad as a stress fracture, and it can lead to a stress fracture if you keep going on it. So it was the right thing to do to get off the trail. However, my initial diagnosis was not correct. The good thing about this tendinitis versus plantar fasciitis is that the tendinitis cures a lot faster, and it's less likely to return as long as I don't go back into those same conditions, meaning the shoes that I was wearing that were causing problems with my feet and not having the correct insoles and arch support and everything like that. So we have ordered some custom orthotics through my podiatrist. I don't have them yet. They take like 2 to 3 weeks to make, so I should have them very, very soon, crossing my fingers. But my podiatrist said that as soon as I have those, sorry, there's planes flying over, that as soon as I have those, I should feel pretty much immediate relief. So I have been taking it really easy. I've been going on a couple mile walks every day. He said that was fine for me to try to preserve some of the conditioning that I had over those 2 weeks. I cannot walk barefoot at all. I have to have shoes on at all times. And he actually recommended that I get Birkenstocks. So I'm going to put my foot up here. I got some Birkenstocks to wear around the house when I don't really want to wear my tennis shoes. So I'm really taking care of my feet. I'm doing stretches every single day. I have exercises I'm supposed to do. He did say that, sorry if that's loud, I hope it's not. He did say that if I want, I can get cortisone shots, which should help to basically immediate pain relief and strengthen my tendons. I hate shots. So I said, let's do that as a last ditch effort. So I'm here at home. I'm waiting for my orthotics to come in. As soon as they do, I'm probably going to give it like 3 or 4 days. I'm going to try to go out and do like 8 to 10 miles on those 3 to 4 days with my new orthotics and see how that goes. And as long as everything's fine, then I'll be heading back on trail. And my hope is that I'll be back on trail before the end of the month. So I'm in a lot better spirits now. It took me a while to put this video out because I was kind of in a dark place. I was really, really upset that I had to leave the trail. And I was very worried that I wasn't going to be able to go back and that my hike was over. I kept telling myself that it's not over, it's going to be okay. But you always have that other side of your brain that just doesn't listen, that tells you that everything is awful. And that side was winning for a little bit. So I'm definitely feeling a lot better. Probably in the last week or so, I'm feeling a lot more excited. My feet aren't hurting as bad. They're still pretty much in pain all the time, but it's not as intense as it was. So I can definitely see that there's some healing happening. And I'm really looking forward to having those orthotics to see if those really, really work. I really hope they do. And if it comes down to it, I'll do the cortisone shots. I'd rather not. I'd really, really rather not. But if it comes down to it, I will. What else is going on? Oh, as far as the direction that I'm going to be taking once I get back on trail. Originally, I was thinking that I wasn't going to be able to get back on trail until mid-May, and that's why I was thinking about doing the flip-flop. Now, if I get back on trail within the next, what's today, the 19th, if I get on trail before the end of the month, I could technically start right where I left off and still finish. I'll obviously finish a lot later than I planned, about a month later, beginning of October instead of beginning of September. And that, of course, is a very ballpark figure. It was my estimate. But I could do it. I could keep hiking north and just hike straight to Katahdin and summit at Katahdin and finish there, which is what I really, really, really want to do. So here's hoping, crossing my fingers, that I'll be able to get on trail in time. There's still people that are leaving from Amicalola right now, and they're going to make it just fine. So I'm hoping that that's going to be the case. I will be so excited if I don't have to flip-flop. So excited if I can have my big finish be at Katahdin. That was something that was really bugging me. If I had to do the flip-flop, I didn't want to have my ending of my hike be in Franklin, North Carolina. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's still a through hike. It's still finishing the whole trail. I just, I had this vision in my head of getting to Maine and getting to Katahdin and that being my big accomplishment. So I'm hoping that I can still go through with that. Otherwise, I'm planning on doing a couple more videos while I'm at home here. I want to go over my gear, what was working for me on trail, what was not working, some changes I'm going to be making before I get back on trail gear-wise. I have a few things. Now that I've been out there for an extended period of time, I have kind of an idea of things that I want to ditch and things that I might want to have with me instead. So stay tuned for those. I want to say thank you so much for all the kind comments. I'm going to try to start getting to some of those comments today. Like I said, last few weeks have been a little rough, and I did not want anything to do with the trail. Not I didn't want anything to do with the trail. That sounds terrible. But just, it made me sad to watch trail videos, to get on there and try to respond to comments. It just made me sad. So now I'm in a much better place. I'm much more excited. I kind of know what's happening. There's a light at the end of the tunnel here, y'all. So I'm going to get back to some comments, say hi to y'all, and just if I don't make it to your comment for some reason, I'm going to try to make it to all of them. Just know that I appreciate it. I've read every single one, and y'all are awesome. I really appreciate the support. It's been rough, but we're going to get through this. And yeah, Katahdin or bust, man. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you again probably next week with a little gear update video and let you know what's going on with orthotics and all that. And yeah, we'll see you out there. Bye, y'all.